Welcome to the show, Prashanth. How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. Thanks. Thanks for having me here, Kevin.
Yeah, Prashanth. My pleasure. Before we go into like deep rabbit hole, like also some specific questions. First of all, congratulations to your product and service bringing. I think it's a really just right off the bat, it's a really user friendly, smooth, easy, simple, and convenient tool for what do you want to call it? Like for fiat, Bitcoin fiat conversion, or I don't know. How would you? Why don't you just start off? Like, would you introduce yourself? What was the mission, the vision behind bringing? Is there a history behind it? And who were like the target groups? Like, what was it built for? Thanks so much.
Sure. Firstly, thanks for the kind words. Yes, that was the intention, to make it simple, easy, and fast for Bitcoiners. A bit more context. Back in 2022, I used to get paid in Bitcoin, and it was not convenient for me to liquidate Bitcoin and get used to my bank account. So it took almost it took up to 4 days over the weekends, and the user experience in Binance was terrible. And Kraken at the time had halted supply withdrawals. And it was the same with all the exchanges, like halting the withdrawals and not allowing users to withdraw euros sometimes based on the jurisdictions. And also to Revolut, I was using Revolut at the moment, and then there were a lot of questions from Revolut about all sorts of funds and where's it coming from, and it was my only bank account I had at the time. So being able to spend Bitcoin is absolutely critical, and I didn't see any products in the market that allowed me to just liquidate Bitcoin and live on Bitcoin, or at least do purchases with Bitcoin. So there were a lot of crypto debit cards that takes custody of Bitcoin, lend it somewhere else, and then give cash back and a lot more. But I didn't feel safe taking Bitcoin from my hardware wallet and putting it on a debit card to do so. So that was the motivation to start bringing, to allow people, or the people who hold Bitcoin, to liquidate instantly, reliably, to pay rents, to do purchase goods and services without having to wait till the merchant accepts Bitcoin. So that's where all the features have been rooted towards, to solve that specific problem, to enable users to live on Bitcoin standards, or to be more self-solving. They can hold Bitcoin with confidence. They can pay for goods and services even if the merchant doesn't accept Bitcoin. So that's where we are at the moment. And of course, people can buy Bitcoin as well. We're not, traditionally there were exchanges allowing users to trade Bitcoin. And there were apps that allows you to buy Bitcoin for newcomers. But we work with the people who understand how to store Bitcoin and has Bitcoin, to move between these two worlds, Bitcoin and banking.
So let's just clarify, Prashanth. I mean, bringing is just a fundamental like properties, like it is custodial, right?
So yeah, look, we don't hold Bitcoin. We don't provide a custody wallet. We don't enable users to store Bitcoin in bringin. So we believe self-custody is really important, and people hold Bitcoin in any of their wallet of their choice. So we neither provide a wallet at the moment, or we force users to use any wallet, and we don't hold the custody. So we are connecting users' bank account with their wallets to move funds back and forth with no convenience and no issues whatsoever.
Yeah. So I can only urge my followers, my listeners, to try it out. I've got an affiliate link with my name, Davani. I'll just put it in the show notes, and as far as I remember, it's like 25% on the fees for the first 3 months for onboarding users. And yeah, it's a great tool. I mean, I'm really super satisfied. I can only give you back this feedback. So now, do you want to go like a little bit into some of the questions about compliance, privacy, security, anything like, or maybe after getting some other feedback from other users, customers, how do you handle privacy, like for at least for a threshold amount of conversions?
Yeah. So with recent change in regulation landscape in EU, it's really hard to, or it's not possible to offer any amount of swaps between Bitcoin to Euro without doing a KYC. That's just unfortunate, but that's something that we'll have to comply with. So user will have to do KYC. So they get with the very minimal KYC, they get a limit up to 10K. And apart from the KYC aspect of it, we try our best to include privacy focused features in the applications. We don't reuse addresses. We generate every new addresses every time they want to liquidate Bitcoin, and they can choose to get Bitcoin to any of their wallets, and we don't force to whitelist an address and buy only to that address. They can always choose to rotate their addresses, and we try to avoid displaying any of their personal information, the user experience, in the UI. So there's a lot of small privacy focused features that we try to get into the application apart from the KYC. Of course, there's KYC, and yeah, that's how we take care of privacy. But there's only some extent that we can go.
Yeah, that's great that you, because, usually most of the time, or a lot of times, especially, the newbies, they don't think about changing, or generating new Bitcoin receiver addresses. So it's great that you are at least, urging or somehow automatically making them generate new because of privacy. I mean, it's
That's right. So as I said in the initial a while ago, we don't provide wallets. So if a user do not have a wallet, a secure storage setup, we refer them to our preferred partners who will work with them to understand their expertise and needs and set up a wallet for them. So we don't take the responsibility of creating a wallet for users because I think that has to be done by security experts or someone who is good in educating people about storage and security and set it up for them. So we provide options if they want to have more private interactions with the product.
That's excellent. What I find also great is that as a user, you can generate or at least search for the name that you can, so you can create your own specific, what do you call it, a name specific receiving address, whatever whatever Davani or Kiva at bringin.xyz, and that is. As a receiving, is that compatible with every, it doesn't matter, with every wallet, you just
not yet. So right now, so these are Lightning addresses that users can use to type it in and send Bitcoin or send payments. So it increases the user experience by a lot. So it's on it works for Lightning. So you can move funds between bringin Euro account and any Lightning wallets back and forth using these addresses. Not Bitcoin wallets yet. So Bitcoin wallets, we still rely on this addresses, which user will have to copy paste. That's on our roadmap. We want to make this address universal so that users don't have to worry about the strings. They can just use this address to make send funds both on Bitcoin blockchain or on Lightning network.
That's great. Yeah. What's have you received any I don't know, constructive feedback or any kind of comments from other Bitcoiners or entrepreneurs or I don't know, users or other people in the space? What's their reaction? What's the feedback to your great product and service that you have already developed?
Initial feedback has been great. So the community has been very supportive. So the common feedback that we get is it's fast, it's easy, so it just works. So that was the intent, to make it extremely fast and easy and convenient. So that has been the feedback from early adopters, and the community has been very supportive. So since we work with people who already hold Bitcoin, so they understand and they support. So we started with small cohort of beta users, and we're organically carefully increasing this cohort of users to focus more on people who hold Bitcoin. And feedback thus far has been good. People trust the product for huge amounts, liquidations for purchasing houses and real estates, and a lot more bigger purchases. So that's a good sign.
Wow.
And we want to keep the same trust and reliability factors and provide a dedicated support for every customers. And there's nothing called as white log services. Every customer is important to us, so we serve everyone the same.
Any form of not, I don't want to call it criticism, but any wishes or desires, like, or I don't know, any like any wishes from other people, like, hey, could you build us this and this? I mean, because I'm
Yeah. So there's a huge list of features that users want, and around the product use cases. So, for example, today the Euro account that you get has a dedicated IBAN account. So you get a virtual dedicated IBAN account in your own name that allows safer movements of funds between your bringin account and your bank account, and it's SEPA enabled, which means you can move funds between your bank and bringin 24/7 anytime, which translates to like buying and selling Bitcoin 24/7, which is not quite common in the EU. So like this Euro account, if you can only use it to move funds between your IBAN account and your bank, and we are working towards enabling a third-party payments, which means you can actually replace your bank accounts with bringin and pay bills directly, like pay rents directly, make SEPA transfers to your landowner directly from bringin, and of course you can send Bitcoin to any wallets, do payments. So that is one of the most requested feature. Apart from this, there are features requests like having Bitcoin wallet for more convenience, because right now users swap between bringin and other wallets that they prefer, but few of the users wants the convenience of having everything in one app. So that is something that we will have in the app as well in future.
Okay. There's what is it called? You've already started. Okay, it's an early access program bringing for businesses. Could you want to like explain a little bit what's the idea behind it?
Yeah. So initially, as we are focusing on off-ramping, like liquidating Bitcoin to Euro, that has been the pain point in the space, and that has not been addressed well by any other companies and institutions. So, and also our mission is to make Bitcoin spendable. So we want to make Bitcoin spendable. That means allowing customers to liquidate Bitcoin at the point of purchase, so that they can pay with Bitcoin even if the merchant doesn't accept Bitcoin. So there's the other side of the equation where merchants should accept Bitcoin. So based on our interaction, most of the common problems is like, okay, I can accept Bitcoin, but the price changes. How do I liquidate? How do I pay my suppliers? How do I use that funds? So that's where bringing for business comes into picture. So we want to work with merchants, businesses, to allow them to accept Lightning payments without having to hold Bitcoin if they don't want to. So this enables more and more businesses and merchants to accept Bitcoin without having to have the risk of volatility or risk of not being able to spend the revenue they make. So they get to keep all the upsides of instant payments, zero settlement time, and all the goodness without compromising on any of the volatility risk or spendability risk. So we are partnering with payment providers, payment processors in Bitcoin space, like BTC Pay servers. We have a plugin there. So anyone who's today using BTC Pay servers can plug in, bringin, and enable auto convert. Pay with Flash, Opago, and some more partnerships coming soon. So we want to onboard merchants and businesses to accept Bitcoin Lightning payments.
Yeah, you know what's great, because I and a few other Bitcoiners in Austria, we've initiated this nonprofit educational platform, BitcoinMentor.at or Bitcoin21.at, and we're going to people and or locations doing presentations, workshops, would it be on the essence of money, or what is money, like inflation, like Safid and Amuz does, but in a very compact form. And of course the technical aspects. And some of them, some of the interested people are like, small business people, like merchants, right? And that always has been like sort of my vision, my dream, like to onboard the little merchants, little shops. And what would be great, even if people do not understand yet, what Bitcoin is, or don't even want to, touch it, or don't want to have to deal with it, it would be just great if it just, as a payment transaction, if they just want to, it's like, okay, you know what, I'm a retailer, I'm a merchant, and whether they know anything about Bitcoin or not, it would be just great that the transaction would just go through smoothly, and everything else, the technical details under the hood would would not be make things complicated for the customer, for the client, for the end user. So is that something that you can familiarize? I mean, have you thought about it, like how you can make transactions smoother and faster? And yeah.
That's correct. It's very important for and thanks for doing what you're doing at Austria, educating users and onboarding merchants. That's really important. And like this address, the user readable address, this is one of the features towards that direction. So I'm from India. So in India, there is a payment network called UPI that makes it convenient for everyone to scan a static QR code on their phones and then send payment instantly over the network in a couple of seconds. It's not related to Bitcoin. It's all happening with Indian national rupees. Like everyone, it's a custodial network. It's like any fiat network, but the user experience is like the scan and pay, and the merchant receives instantly. At least receives a notification that they received the funds. So this is a great user experience. It's widely adopted, and like from small scale merchants to like restaurant chains and businesses use the static QR code to accept payments. So this LN addresses, if you have Davani at bringin.xyz, this addresses, every Bitcoin wallet is compatible to pay these addresses. So as a customer, you have this address. Tomorrow, as a business owner, you get the same address. So this will act as a static QR code. You can accept payment from anyone. So it automatically converts to euros. And you can choose to not convert to euros and hold it in Bitcoin if you want to. So these are a few of the features that all comes together when business accounts are there, so that they can start accepting payments just by sharing this address, which looks like an email address. And they can put that address in like their invoices, like with IBAN details, to accept Bitcoin payments along with euro payments.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I mean, it just facilitates, it just makes things in transactions so much easier, especially when you just have, like a name specific sort of like an email address, and where the user doesn't have to think, whether he's paying in Bitcoin or euro or, whatever fiat. It just, the transaction goes through, you just show the QR code, the simplicity, I think is, things have got much more better in the last, years since the inception, definitely of Bitcoin. But in the last, just, whatever, 5 or 10 years, things have gotten so much easier. And with your service, with your developments, with your, new ideas baked into, your bringing service is just I think this is how we can onboard the whatever millions and billions of people. So what's your vision behind it? To wrap this up, because I don't want to do this too long, just for the just for our listeners but I would urge definitely our my listeners, my followers, to just try it out, and whether you want to buy, sell, convert, on-chain, Lightning, right? Have I forgotten anything? It's just self-explanatory, I guess.
That's correct. So with Bringin today, you can buy, sell Bitcoin from any wallets, and you can choose to keep euros in any of your bank accounts. So we also provide debit cards that allows you to fund with Lightning transfers or Bitcoin transfers to spend it anywhere. Soon we already started shipping physical cards. We'll start shipping more physical cards to all the users in a few weeks. So the vision is simple. So Bitcoin has electronic peer-to-peer cash. Bitcoin is the only technology that allows you to move value from one part of the world to another part of the world without requiring any permissions, and anyone can get access to it. All you need is a piece of software and a device and internet connections. So there's nothing else that is needed to move the value across the globe. And this is a superior payments network or value transfer technology that the universe has ever seen. And this has to be leveraged. And I see SEPA transfers, SWIFT, UPI, ACH, broken networks all across the globe and different color notes printed and transacted. And there's a huge foreign exchange. All these things are there. So I clearly see Bitcoin being the future of money, money that internet deserves to value transfer anywhere, from any point to any point in the world. And we want to facilitate that happening. So we want to build tools to leverage Bitcoin network to move value today. It could be commerce payment, it could be like retail payments, and it could be remittances in coming days till Bitcoin itself is a money, or Bitcoin is accepted as a minimum exchange around the world. So we want to build tools to make that reality.
Awesome. Is it like what is there a vision or any milestones planned like globally, like or can you already talk like about like a little bit of statistics, stats, like where are most of the bringing users, or is that something? I mean, I don't know. You want to like talk about maybe the future of bringing in the next few years or something? Anything you want to share?
Currently, the product is catered to the community, the people who hold Bitcoin, who want to buy Bitcoin to self-custody, liquidate Bitcoin from self-custody wallets. So our users currently are based in AU only because we can serve EU customers only because we comply with EU regulations. The users are from Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Spain, and Italy, and Belgium mainly. But of course, we serve all the countries which is part of EEA, that is 30 countries. So the future roadmap, we will enable remittance transfers. So we see a lot of people moving funds from EU to Latin American countries to their families, and EU to other parts of the globe like Philippines, Africa. So we want to leverage Bitcoin as a network to facilitate that and make that extremely smooth. We partner with various off-ramping like Bringin in other parts of the world to convert that to the fiat currencies that they want. So underlying layer would be Bitcoin to settle to move the value, but here users send euro and the recipient country, the recipient will receive fiat currencies. So we leverage Bitcoin network to facilitate the value transfers across the globe. And that's about like 1 year from now, and in about 6 months from now, like 3 to 6 months from now, we want to create this. We want to support all the circular economies in EU to like merchants accepting Bitcoin. We have a KYB, like they can if they're a registered business, they can get a compliant setup to accept Bitcoin payments. And if you're a consumer, you can hold Bitcoin always in your wallet and then pay only when convert to euros and pay only when it's required. So we want to work with all the circular economies in EU to facilitate more and more Bitcoin adoption as payments.
Wow, great. Well, anyway, Prashanth, thank you so much for your time. I really think you've listened to the demands, to the needs of the market, to the users. This is how we, I think, onboard literally millions and billions of people, because it's about really simplicity, user friendliness, right? User interface, and user experience. And you've reacted to the market in a very, logical, rational, and very user-friendly way. So congratulations again. And I'm really super satisfied. I think you've done. Bring is going to have a great future. So Brian, thank you so much, and I hope hopefully we can maybe meet one day in person. If you ever come to Austria, let me know.
Sure, will do, and thanks for the support, and this means a lot. So support from early community has been a lot encouraging so far. So this drives us to do more.
All right.
And thanks for having me here.
Thank you, Brian. Anywhere, any other? I mean, besides the website and your X handle, do you want to like plug anything?
So X is the best way, and to reach out to us, and the service is available on the website. So yeah, in a couple of weeks it'll be available in app stores and Play stores. But for now, website and X is the best way.
Awesome, Brian. Thank you so much. All right, take care.
Thanks, Kevin.
Bye.
Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.